Hi, I am David Lee. I'm an acupuncturist and a practitioner of Asian medicine. I would like to speak with you about the tetrasoma, what tetrasoma is about, and why you should be taking a tetrasoma class. Well, these are the benefits of tetrasoma. By doing the tetrasoma practice, you're actually doing family practice because you get to treat a variety of problems, internal diseases, external diseases, and you get to use not only acupuncture, but you also get to use food as medicine and also East Asian herbs as medicine. So you are using the top three comprehensive methods within Oriental medicine. Yes, you get to treat young to elderly also, male, female, a variety of diseases, variety of people. And these are the things that you get to treat, the common problems. They are anxiety, depression, chemotherapy and radiotherapy side effects, headaches, tension, migraine, cluster type of headache. And when I am listing these things, I'm really talking about these being essential for a lot of people because I see a lot of patients that have not had good relief with other type of treatments, and they're frustrated, but they're still looking for a solution, and a lot of them find solution through Tetrasoma protocol. So this is here to stay, and I would like to say that Tetrasoma medicine is comprehensive, and also that it helps to explain and understand Oriental medicine in terms of yin and yang and five elements. So it aligns with this basic theory. So although this is something newer, it is based on the old tradition. At the same time, this helps to explain the Asian medicine theory as a whole. Also, that these are the next point in major change in Oriental medicine itself, being revolutionary and evolutionary. This also treats hot flashes and, of course, muscle and joint pain, nausea and vomiting, physical trauma, such as getting into a car accident. You broke your bones or you strained or sprained something in your body. Well, then that will be physical trauma. So, of course, that's the basic thing that we deal with. Pregnancy-related issues like infertility, breech pregnancy, delayed cervical dilation, labor pain, nausea and vomiting, premature contraction. So there are many complications that come with pregnancy. Acupuncture can address many of those. Post-surgical recovery, such as meniscus surgery for the knee, or a total knee replacement, or a total hip replacement, total shoulder hip replacement. Acupuncture will probably accelerate the healing process by around twofold. So, for example, the person is meant to improve within 6 months. This person will be improving the same amount within 3 month period. In addition, because you're treating internal diseases using food and East Asian herbs. I'm a Korean, by the way, so Korean style herbology using Chinese herbs. You get to treat skin diseases such as eczema and acne, and I'm not talking about light kind, which can be dealt with just with acupuncture, but you could also treat moderate to severe types with food and Asian herbs. You also get to treat problems in the organs, such as GERD, acid reflux, or Barrett's esophagus, like severe type of conditions. You get to treat them. Stomach ulcer, irritable bowel, constipation, diarrhea, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, fatty liver, liver cirrhosis, gallbladder stones, lungs. So, as an example, not only asthma, but MAC, Mycobacterium avium complex. So that is a bacteria that attacks the lungs, and there's no good treatment for that in Western medicine. And it's a progressive disease where the person's lung um, become hardened. So it becomes a COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and you could reduce uh, it getting worse and even have that turn back into normal. And I've seen that happening in my clinic too. All right, so you also get to treat glandular disease such as hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, adrenal fatigue, pituitary gland problems, ovarian cyst, and some of these like ovarian cyst or hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. You could actually reverse these problems, and I'm going to use the word cure. You could actually heal these diseases where these glands come back to normal functioning. Okay, so you are treating internal medicine, and it is a family practice. You also get to treat frequent infections such as virus, bacteria, and fungus in the lungs, uh, urinary bladder, reproductive system infection, and intestinal infections. And right now, the current issue is with the coronavirus. And you could actually treat the COVID-19 as if you're treating common influenza, and the result is as good using acupuncture and herbs. Definitely, herbs are good for treatment of coronavirus. And as a whole, because this is a comprehensive natural treatment, that the person's body becomes more in balance, and there's micro adjustment within the whole body, so therefore you're promoting anti-aging and longevity. So whenever you treat any type of disease or problem, you are promoting longevity and health. So then these are the specific benefits of Tetrasoma acupuncture and diet and herbs. The result is quick, fast, and lasting. And the practice itself is easy because it's repeatable, reliable, and predictable. And you get to treat many common diseases, not only pain and muscle problems like I mentioned earlier. And again, it's easy for you as a practitioner because you get to use same treatments for different problems, and you also get to use same treatments at different times because this is constitutional treatment. Learning about tetrasoma is not just separate, but it is inherently related to other medical systems such as Ayurveda and Unani, because Ayurveda goes into doshas and bidoshas. Those refer to your constitution a person is born with, and Unani, such as choleric, sanguine, phlegmatic, and melancholic, they are different words referring to the same constitution. So once you know the diagnosis of Ayurveda, you could practice Tetrasoma. Or if you know the diagnosis of Tetrasoma, you could practice Unani and you could practice Ayurveda. And so your practice become even more expanded, and you get to be having more knowledge in width and depth. With the acupuncture technique, is specific Korean Sa'am 4-needle technique for the constitution. So some of you already know how to use 4-needle technique, and I'll show you how to use 4-needle technique in proper way using Tetrasoma concept. And you get to use all the 5-element transporting points. I'm saying that because with the Sa'am 4-needle technique, you don't get to use all the 4-needle, all the 5-element transporting points. You get to use them all when you go through Tetrasoma. And these are the permanent points for the constitutions. That means a person is born with it and will have the same for the rest of their lives. So it will be straightforward for you once you establish the diagnosis of that patient. So whenever they come back, you get to repeat the same points, and you don't get to deviate from the constitution, but you get to treat variety within the constitution, a variety of ways using diet and herbs and acupuncture. Additional benefits of Tetrasoma course is that, or Tetrasoma, is that you get to use Korean Sasang herbal medicine. Many of you have not heard of Korean Sasang herbal medicine. Just think of it as Chinese medicine using Korean concept and also using constitutional concept. So as an example, Korean Sasang medicine, they have 4 body types. One of them is called Taemin as an example. And Taemin would be a greater yin, lesser yang combination. And that Taemin would have too much wood, too much fire, too much earth, not enough metal, and not enough water. Or the same diagnosis, Taemin would be in Ayurveda, Pitta Kapha combination, or in Unani, it would be choleric. So just having that diagnosis, you get to use Chinese herbs or East Korean way of using Chinese herbs to treat glandular and organ diseases. So you get to treat internal medicine. Yeah, I said it earlier. This using the Tetrasoma theory that you also get to treat using uh, the the person's problem with the diet, so specific food ingredients, just like Ayurveda does. And so then, as you know, those who already are familiar with Ayurveda, even if you don't practice, how important food is in the treatment of diseases and having the body be set towards normalcy and avoiding harmful foods to avoid stress onto the body. Additional diagnostic method using psychological profiles of need motivation theory, DISC, social styles, and Myers-Briggs. What that means is you not only get to use Ayurveda and Unani for diagnosis, there are other diagnostic methods, psychological profiling, and they're called need motivation theory, DISC, social styles, and Myers-Briggs. We will go into that. And not only personality profile, but you also get to know about the physiology and how the physiology is related to the body types and how food reaction is related to the body types. And the physical shape of the body also helps you to diagnose the constitution. There you go. So knowing the tetrasoma, you will do the acupuncture, diet, and herbs for treatment of external and internal diseases. And you will be doing a comprehensive treatment for the patient. As with the diagnostic tools, diagnosis is the most important because once you have the diagnosis, you know what to do. And there are many ways to derive the diagnosis. And so then you will be gaining a lot of confidence knowing that you have multiple tools that you could use. And so I look forward to seeing you at the Tetrasoma class. And I expect you to have a high expectation for yourself and for the world as a whole.